3, 2, 1, play.
Our warriors
Alrighty.
have engaged the enemy.
Alright, so we're kicking things off with Demon Hunter Mirror. Pretty expected from Grinchy, to be honest.
Honestly, I wasn't so sure about that. He loves his keeper. I feel like he likes keeper. He likes crazy shit. But I guess DH is one of those standard ones. So
I feel like I've always seen Grinchy play Demon Hunter in Knights of Mirror. To be honest. Okay, so interesting things to note so far. Kovax is going to go for 22 food tech by the looks of it, but only 2 Moonwells. That's weird. 3 Moonwells for Grinchy, also weird. So both guys are going to go for quite a delayed tech here. I like the creep route. I like the fact that Grinchy left the creep slightly early to go get to the turtle faster. Not that it made that much difference, but little optimizations. Okay, now Kovacs decides to build the 3rd Moonwell, realizing that he could have built it earlier. So that's a bit of a just not knowing the build order thoroughly, which is unfortunate because you see Grinchy already finished his 3rd Moonwell before tech.
Have engaged the enemy.
Okay, yeah, 3 Moonwells before tech. That is so odd.
yeah, I don't know. Like, it feels like I've seen a lot of conversations about Moonwells and how many to have before you tech.
I think doing 3 is good if you were planning on using immolation a lot. You know, you need to be able to get the Demon Hunter back up and healthy again. But especially on this map, like creeping like really passively, the camps are easy. There was no confrontation early. Like it feels odd to be going for 3 Moonwells so early. I definitely prefer having like a super sharp Naga timing if you're not planning on doing like really heavy camps at the beginning or fighting like really early on.
Now here's a question: is this totally standard, like the creep pattern? Because they're both doing the same thing. Orange into green in front, into green on the side, into Expo.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's very bog standard. I do feel like there's more opportunity though to have been more aggressive, like right after the turtle camp though. For either player, you could have gone to the shop, try and buy the circlet. You know, you want to get your hero as pimped as possible. But the actual route itself is fine. You know, it's a solid level 3 creep route. Yeah, I know the items are absolutely insane. And funnily enough, Kovacs has like the worst items.
And he's going shopping, isn't it? Oh no, I thought Grinchy was going shopping for a second, but he's just creeping. They literally are they're just doing straight up the same creep route.
The funny part is though, because they are doing the same route, but Grinchy was slightly faster, he actually gets creep jacked for being quicker.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. Like, it's like you kind of got punished for being more efficient, but the mistake is not really being aware of what your opponent is doing, right? Like, neither player is super aware, but I did see Kovacs checking Grinchy when he was doing the expansion creep, so that was really good.
It's also...
But Grinchy, yeah, kind of a bit more autopilot on his creep route. You know?
He didn't even get rewarded with the item. I mean, he gets gold out of it, so he sold it, but...
Yeah, not a good item, but lots of gold.
Destromath.
This is the Grinchy special, right? Going for Pit Lords.
I feel like that's the gym special at this, like, for sure. But like when you think about it, when I hear Pit Lord second, I'm thinking Fats and Want-To. I think it's a Fountain of Mana special.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's definitely a Fats Russell move for sure. So one thing I'll say about Kovacs is that he doesn't have enough archers for this push. You need to make like 7 or 8 archers if you're planning on an all-in like this. You need to have as much firepower as possible. The towers are really defensive as well, which is not good. Definitely should be more offensively placed. Probably closer to like the tree line where his Naga currently is, but not so close that they aggro the creep camp during the day.
Alright, so you got Kovacs side, but what should Grinchy be doing with this? Like, he now sees the APs.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely pretty scared as Grinchy here. First of all, he didn't move the Ancient War back into position. So the Ancient War is kind of idle at the top, and you always need that as your buffer when you're on defense. But the problem is that actually Kovacs should be killing like all these archers right now with his full army, and I think Grinchy would be screwed. But the Demon Hunter is not he's not doing enough on his own, and Grinchy is easily able to take out the APs. I mean, as Grinchy, I would have put down an AP and a shot for sure in the base and skipped this second lore, because it's kind of useless. But the way that this whole thing turned out was kind of a misplay from Kovax's end. Like, the AP placement was weird, kind of half attacking the Ancient of War, half attacking the archers with just the Demon Hunter, not really focusing on killing Grinchy's army, because when you're doing tower pushes, the really strong part is if your opponent like commits to killing the towers, right?
Yeah.
That's your opportunity to put damage onto their heroes and units, especially
yeah.
heroes.
I remember seeing this originally and thinking, Grinchy's dead. Like,
yeah, he should
when,
pretty much have been dead.
When he started attacking the APs, I was like, okay, Kovax is going to murder all of his archers that are sitting there. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and that didn't happen, so that was kind of a big misplay there. And also, like, 5 archers is not enough for such a push. Definitely, like, 7 to 8 archers. And to make this push even more effective, from Kovax's point of view, you need to have, like, an offensive shop in the middle to buy health potions. Because the one way that this push can fail is being forced to TP, which is exactly what happened. Saying that, though, Grinchy is still very much on the back foot. Like, there's nothing really he can do. He doesn't have an Ancient of War, he can't creep. I like the idea that you just basically attack again from Kovax's point of view. It is kind of greedy though. The safer way would definitely be to go back and start taking important camps. But there's no Ancient of War in position to take a creep until like now, so that's a bit late.
I mean, now's not a bad time to
diving to the
hit,
base is risky.
But yeah, I
yeah.
don't know where he's going.
The trouble is like focusing the level 1 Pit Lord too is, it doesn't feel super good. He just comes back and it's like 160 gold.
His problem is he's still stuck at Tree of Ages. He hasn't made any Dryads.
Yeah,
now he is.
This is sort of maybe a bit of indecision, because I think Kovax, upon TPing, should have just gone tier 3 like straight away. To at least not be so far behind. He's essentially like more than a full tech behind right now. Like Bear Form's already done for Grinchy. And again, if when you do these kinds of pushes, you should be pretty all in with them, to be honest, and have like the highest chance of success. Like going for the offensive shop in the middle, make sure you go for lots of archers and push. If you're kind of half committed like this, like Kovax was with just like 5 archers, there's no potions on the demon, you get forced into a TP, and your opponent is allowed to live to T3 like this, you're kind of losing steam a bit here. Especially because Pit Lord scales so well as well.
Yeah. He is still only level 1.
This is weird from Grinchy though. I don't know what he's doing here.
Yeah, that's...
They should be 2 dead bears. Like 100%. These bears shouldn't escape.
I mean, no TP. No staff right now either.
Yep, just nothing. Oh, staff will come off cooldown I suppose very soon for Grinchy. Staff in, staff out trick, pretty nice. Yeah, this is just a micro thing here, unfortunately. Heal scroll being burned for Kovax. Like, just keep one Dryad on this Demon Hunter the whole time and this would be so much easier. Like, Grinchy actually managed to force a heal scroll there, which is wild. Quite a big loss for Kovax, and Kovax isn't macroing in the meantime either. We need to get bears producing. Dryads are definitely a mistake. Okay, here we go. Bears. That's fine. Again, not much you can do in Grinchy's position. He just has to like sit back and heal up. Maybe take the orange near the base, like not the lab, but take the null camp.
I'm trying to remember.
Kovax is the one that could do anything he wants. Like he's in a position to either keep pushing or just go creep. Which
this is the type of thing I would have restarted to go check. But did Kovax know Pit Lord was out when he did his push? Or do you...
I'm not certain.
Yeah, I'm thinking, because, like, out of all the heroes to do that type of push first, Pit Lord's probably the best. Because he ended up killing the AOW, and then the Pit Lord's now sitting at level 1 for...
Yep.
7 minutes or something? Well, 6 minutes now?
Yeah, I mean, from Grinchy's point of view, the Pit Lord is, like, probably the worst hero to try and defend this push with, because he is pretty much useless in level 1. Even with a couple of decent items, like he really doesn't do enough. Whereas Naga and Keeper give you control to go for like hero focus, pretty much. But now he's getting to creep, and that's huge.
Yeah.
He's getting more items, so Grinchy is like reeling this back like pretty well. And if you look at Kovax's army, like he has so many archers now, he still has 5 left over. But he did like the same 5 that he had from the beginning. There's too many dryads. There's 3 dryads as well.
Yeah, that pit lord is now pimped out.
Research finished.
22 damage,
Yeah.
500 pot.
It's kind of
Our
ridiculous,
warriors have
actually.
engaged
Like,
the enemy.
he is such a beast. So yeah, from a strategical point of view, if you're gonna try to do a strategy like what Kovacs did, you need to commit way harder. You need to go like offensive shot, more archers.
He's about to commit now. Oh, Grinchy just gets
Yeah.
right out. Okay.
Naga's not level 3 yet for Kovacs.
It's been long enough that I don't remember the place that we did this, so I don't remember when
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
good.
well, here comes the. Then I'm like, no, they're my TP.
Well, that's kind of good for you, right? It's not totally fresh in your mind anymore.
No, but I do remember I liked Hammerfall, or I hated Hammerfall, but it made an impression, so I'm going with I liked Hammerfall. And I know I like Alabama, Autumn Leaves.
Yeah, AL is good from what I checked out so far.
That is a lot of bears.
So just a note, like whenever your Naga goes below like 150 mana, I highly recommend you turn off Frost Arrow, or in general just manually cast Frost Arrow if you want, on like a main creep now and then, like every few seconds if you want. Even pros do this though; they waste mana all the time with Cold Arrow. But okay, this is interesting. So both guys are going to go for a base race. Grinchy's trying to prepare for Nature's Blessing, but it's a bit late. And Kovacs doesn't have like Moonwells to break, so he
Now
can't
I
break
remember
supply.
this.
Okay, he can't break supply, so that's kind of bad. Also, the way that the Moonwells are aligned makes it so easy for Grinchy to destroy all of them, like in quick succession.
Grinchy's got the TP too. Mr. Kovacs.
I think it's quite a big mistake, actually. In Grinchy's position, if you were in Grinchy's position, you just go straight for the tree, like instead of destroying these Moonwells here. If you get to your opponent's base first, I'd highly suggest that if you can get to their main tree easily, you just do that, because the tree falls like so quickly.
I like
bears.
the Kovacs Expo at Grinchy's Expo.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Definitely, but look at all the unused resources.
And Grinchy got Tree of Eternity. He got his upgrade, which actually let his tree live just long enough.
Literally, yeah. Okay, so Grinchy has a huge advantage here. He's fighting with Moonwells. They're actually well-springed up as well, so they're really strong. Pitlord is a beast. Staff of Preservation. Yeah, this is impossible as Kovacs is lost. He just can't fight under all these Moonwells. Like, he can't kill any units, really.
I can't blame Kovacs for, like, this isn't his fault in this situation. He tried to, but exactly what you said about killing the tree, it fucked him over. If he had aimed the tree, like, 10 seconds earlier,
oh boy,
the tree goes down, even with the upgrade. But the upgrade wouldn't have even finished in that point. And then Grinchy would have to run back to kill his Expo to go to his own Expo or whatever. You know, like, that wouldn't have worked out.
Yeah.
So Grinchy got the win, but
Damn.
I liked what Kovacs did. It's just he didn't like Siege Bears are better at base racing, but then also he kind of messed up.
That was so clutch though. Like, it was incredibly lucky for Grinchy. He had 6 HP on the Tree of Eternity when he TP'd in. And the only reason it survived was because Nature's Blessing finished
like halfway
during the attack.
Yeah.
So if he didn't get Nature's Blessing, which obviously was a good play by Grinchy, then he would have lost the tree. But also he could have lost the tree anyway. Like, it was literally like a couple damage rolls not being in his favor, and the tree would have died. And then they would have just been in the base race, which Kovacs could win, especially because he had it in mind, you know, to go build a tree elsewhere and, you know, kind of play a bit more cat and mousey. Like, he had it in his head, but he was slower to make those plays, like to try and go for the tree and stuff.
I didn't look. I don't think Kovacs had Nature's Blessing.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
So his automatic thought was, I need an Expo, and he did. Meanwhile, Grinchy did try and get Wisp out, but his automatic thought was, oh shit, I need Nature's Blessing, and I need it ASAP.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting to see what each player prioritized. But I guess to summarize quickly from a strategical point of view, Kovacs gotta double down on all-inning if you're gonna do these kinds of pushes. It's so strong to go for like health potions, more archers than your opponent, push with Naga. It's pretty brain dead and it's really strong. At Grinchy, it was kind of like a lack of awareness of his opponent's creep route early on. Like, they did the same thing, but because he was faster, he got creep jacked, which is quite funny because he got punished for doing the route faster.
That's why I do everything slow.
But that's also because he didn't know like where Kovacs was, right? Whereas Kovacs actually checked where Grinchy was creeping, like what his fourth creep camp was, which was really good.
It is interesting to see that they both did the exact same creep route, though. Like, we can't say it's pretty basic and obvious, but at the same point, there's so many different spots you could go to on that map that it is kind of funny that they both picked exactly the same style.
Yeah. Indeed. I'm on to Hammerfall now at the 2-minute mark.
Same.
Perfect. All right. Let's roll. 3, 2, 1, play. All right. So we have a keeper mirror. That's pretty rare to see.
I feel like Grinchy, I don't know. I think Grinchy really loves like the try. Whenever I see him with keeper first, the first thing I think is try hero orb.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you just try and pull it and then?
Yes, that did not work. And also pulling it is, well, it's kind of pointless because you would need to pull up towards the Ancient of War and catch it anyway, like catch the golem on the way back. And you can't really, I don't think you can pull laterally like that, like on the horizontal axis, like dragging out the camp. I'm not sure. You need to do it perfectly though, because you just get webbed otherwise.
Honestly, I downed this map, so I like watching it, hate playing it.
Yeah, I'm pretty unsure. Like, sometimes I like being on this map, and then other times it's kind of annoying against certain races.
Human versus undead, I feel like human just always cancels the undead's expel. That was my only reason for hit down.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like human's pretty favored, so in my opinion. At least it was. So, pretty similar items for both players, actually.
Grinchy's going for the harass, though.
Yeah.
He gets the archer.
Gets rewarded for it. Early Tree of Life. Okay, this is cool.
Okay, wait. Watch Grinchy. Watch Grinchy's expo.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, actually. I didn't even know you could put it there.
No, watch Grinchy's expo, though. So he runs into the base, right? And he's doing all this.
Yeah, he's killing some wisps. Like, the
he
wisps
should know
to die.
there's an expo, I think.
Yeah, you would think that your opponent is also expanding given the situation, right?
Okay, so Grinchy's expo is still here for now.
Well.
So he's running down. He's running down. He's running down.
Is he gonna get this with Treants?
He's running down. He sees Kovacs' expo. He pops the Treants. He runs away.
Okay, these Treants were kind of a waste, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Big waste, actually. And you just, on these kinds of heroes where you've got expensive spells that are long cooldowns, like Force of Nature, for example, it's a pretty tremendous waste. Yeah, that was basically just free XP for Kovacs.
So
yeah,
now,
big blunder for Grinchy.
He knows what Kovacs is doing. He doesn't know about the Hunt's Hall, I don't think, right? But in about 3 seconds or so, or something like that. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while. I don't remember why Grinchy said he did this, but spoiler alert, he's about to cancel that Tree of Life. His Tree of Life.
Yeah, as in Grinchy's.
Yeah, Grinchy's gonna cancel his tree.
Grinchy... Oh. Okay.
17 seconds left.
Okay. That's crazy, yeah.
If I remember right, or I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Wasn't this the map where he canceled it? What the fuck? I thought he canceled it. I'm lying.
Nope, there we go. You're lying. It goes up. I mean, that would be crazy. It would make no sense, right, to cancel. But you see, there's such a massive difference in the way that both players approach this. Like, going for a proxy, I feel like proxy expos are not strong. like, unless, like, it's against a certain race. Like, in a mirror match, if your opponent starts and successfully clears their expansion first, it's insane how much more gold they're going to gain compared to you. Like, the gold is about to start flooding in for Kovacs.
Yeah. What the
His
fuck?
route is just superior in mirror.
Now I'm annoyed. Now, wait, I'm trying to remember. Grinchy canceled something. I thought it was on this map. Or am I thinking of
Also
totally different people, but whatever.
Maybe, yeah. What's also weird is using the Ancient of War to creep here in Grinchy's position is also a massive blunder. Like, he needs to be producing units. Like, not using it to creep. He needs to use the Tree of Life to creep.
Yeah.
What, he has one Huntress? Like, that's nothing.
You want Pit Lord again, too?
Pit Lord. I mean, yeah, Pit Lord is an okay choice. I mean, I think it is Grinchy's, like, default choice. I feel like he almost always chooses that. Okay, what's his lumber situation like? Because he just made 2 lures and tech to tier 3. And he was losing wisps. He's got, like, 3 wisps. Okay, so...
Grinchy?
Grinchy should have... He's got 4 wisps as far as I can see in the map. So he should have prioritized either Shredder, like pulling the camp and getting a Shredder somehow.
You're asking
which
about
is what
Grinchy?
he could have done with
Grinchy?
the 2 treants.
Grinchy's got 8. Well, no, maybe 2 of those are probably trees, so probably like 5.
Yeah, because 3 of them got eaten up by ancients, right? So I'm not including them anymore. They're dead, essentially. Kovacs has so much more mana as well. Just better mana usage from Kovacs overall. And yeah, look at the difference in the trees. Like, it's going to be nearly 1,000 gold difference. So if you're playing... Like, if your goal is to expand early in Elf Mirror, I think doing the proxy is a really bad idea. Like, some maps can work better. Like, some maps have a better design where you can get the proxy tree there faster and the camp isn't so hard, but this is taking too long. And if your opponent goes with the same strat but just clears the expansion first, you're, like, in a massive disadvantage. This is
I mean, I get what you're saying.
unwinnable for Grinchy.
But, like, where could Grinchy have gone? Like, where could he put the expo? He would have had to clear it. And he was trying to harass, so... I think the whole game plan then is what you're saying. Like, Kovacs had a better setup, I guess.
A better idea from the beginning, really, to be honest. And it's also like, what if Kovacs went for Demon Hunter first instead? It could play out differently, right? He wouldn't necessarily go for an early expansion stuff. So sometimes you just get countered because your opponent goes for a game plan that maybe you didn't expect.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you could say that he went for it a bit more blindly, whereas Grinchy was trying to be kind of considered, let's say, but his caution is biting him here because he's too far behind economically. Like, this is incredibly rough right now. Also, Naga for Kovacs I think is a pretty bad choice, but I'd love to see an Alchemist. Alchemist second would be absolutely amazing against Pit Lord with Healing Spray. There's no Demon Hunter to mana burn you.
I'm now remembering this game.
Oh no, this Pit Lord, right, is just gonna... Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Rejuve, Keeper's got Orb, yeah, you just back out here as Kovacs.
Pretty well, though. Got out all the hunts. The real problem with hunts, though, now it's daytime. Well, it's been daytime, but now that it's daytime, he's gonna just eat all of his moon juice.
Yep. And this is where, again, Alchemist would have really alleviated those problems. But also, when you have so many hunts, your focus should be either creep checking your opponent or destroying buildings, because hunts are incredibly good at taking down buildings. You see the tree is dying already really fast here. There's nothing Grinchy can do. He can't really stop this. You just entangle the Keeper even. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna get a free bear though, it's pretty nice. But now we need to immediately go back on the tree. In the meantime, tier 3 for Kovacs, not enough lumber gathering wisps at all. Grinchy, yeah, he's suffering really badly here. I have no idea how this game lasts more than 2 minutes from here, because it's like insurmountable the difference right now.
Oh, it's about to get more painful.
Okay.
Let's see. He's not
And the
doing
thing
it
is
yet.
that hunts can fight bears like quite well, as well. Like hunts definitely do well into bears. The trouble is the pit lord, but he doesn't even have great items, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just this Naga is not the choice. This is not the play.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, perfect. So we accomplished everything we need to do. Just either TP or go for a hero. Okay, perfect. TP is going to be forced, and Kovax TPs for no reason. Big blunder. Just walk to the shop and buy heal scroll. You could clear the whole your opponent's goblin merchant, get the heal scroll.
You know what he might have been worried about though there? I mean, I know he could have backed up, but like he's probably worried that the keeper would hit him one more time with the orb of venom, and then Pit Lord hits him once.
I mean, I guess, but yeah, that's just game feel and experience there, letting him down a bit. That was a big opportunity just to steal away like a couple camps from your opponent. Get a heal scroll. And then just get a Zeppelin, and then just threaten to base dive your opponent. Like, Grinchy would never be able to leave his base. Creeping now is a pretty big mistake from Kovax. He doesn't really need to creep, he just has to have base pressure on Grinchy. Like, Grinchy wouldn't be able to go anywhere. He doesn't have anything that can hit up, apart from the keeper, so he would just be dead against, like, 6 hunts, 2 heroes, Zeppelin, just harassing you. There's nothing you can do. Kovacs could make anything he wanted. He could go for like triple Chimrist or something.
I mean, yeah. It's like you pre-watched.
No, I'm just guessing. This is just what I feel like you could do when you have such a lead like this, because what's Grinchy gonna make? Like, you can make some Dryads, I guess, but you have hunts. This Naga choice is bothering me so much. Alchemist has such good synergy with hunts, it's insane. And Acid Bomb as well is so good. Okay, maybe we're gonna get a bear, but this can just get stabbed. No mana available.
Yeah, he needs 10 more.
Grinchy desperately putting down an Expo, which is fair enough. There's nothing he can do. He has to try and match his opponent's expansion and 750 supply. Oh, he's gonna lose a bear too. Yeah, rough one. This was the only game that I did not pre-watch, by the way, quickly.
I could have sworn, like, honestly, I am so far off on this game. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. You know what I think it might have been? Yeah. I think I'm totally thinking of a different game. Well, there's the Chims. But I thought there was a game where he went hippos. It lamed the fuck out of Grinchy. But we do have the Chims. I thought this was the hippo game, but that's why I'm thinking. I think I'm thinking of a totally different game with the canceling. Now I'm just wondering what game that was. But dude, all the King of the Hills and shit all merged together.
All blends into one, surely. Yeah. Okay, I like this. We just run past. Yep.
YOLO.
Expansion gets cancelled. Fighting is probably the worst thing Kovacs can do right now. His army is totally outscaled at this point.
He got what he needed. Ran out.
The lack of Zeppelin laming is the main criticism I have here for Kovacs, apart from the lack of Alchemist as well.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like Night Elf versus Night Elf. I don't know. Like we always just say like human versus human was lame, but Night Elves have found amazing ways to lame each other.
Yeah, Elf Mirror. I feel like there's so much base attack. It's insane. It's like the slower version of like Orcs base attacking. Like you have to usually use a Zeppelin to carry your army across because it's just not mobile enough. Unless you play hunts, which are super mobile, obviously. But even then, they benefit so much from being able to get on top of something and surround it. Of course, in the past, when the glaze would bounce back to units, it was really busted for like going for mains.
Ooh, is he gonna get it? Maybe. He gonna tangle.
But this is still very risky right now. Like all he has to do is buy time for Chims, and the game is secured.
Player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, 40 seconds.
You just run in circles, defend your base if you get attacked. You could even build more APs. You could just really turtle up and get these units. Grinchy with the heads up reveal actually, which is pretty smart. wondering what his opponent is doing, and yeah, catches the chims. Not much you can do about it, unfortunately. Like, on a 1-base economy, he has like a 0 lumber.
Guys, we're doing King of the Kill after this game and one other game.
Yep.
So stick around. But
Players'
yeah,
forces are
not
under
yet.
attack.
Honestly, the only thing I've learned from Elf vs. Elf is that while elves usually stick together and say that everyone hates elves and it's so sad, elves hate other elves more than anyone else. I really wanted to, I want Kovax to come out with a stat about the most drawn matchup, and I think it might be Night Elf versus Night Elf.
You think so?
Yes.
It's definitely up there for sure. Like, way up there. Alright, we've got Corrosive Ichor coming through. Corrosive Breath, sorry. Armor upgrades for the chims, which is odd, to say the least. Yeah, it's just one of those games where, like, one player has such a gigantic lead, like, he can literally do whatever he wants and close out the game. Chims need to be killing the bears, though. They're not doing much against this tree right now. Not that they're even needed. Oh, there we go. But it'd be so much better value just to fight and kill the bears rather than killing this tree. The tree's going to die regardless. It's not going to start mining regardless, so just take the time to kill your opponent's army.
Look at that bear.
Yeah,
just like 2 shots and it's half of its life's gone.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, magic damage is double against heavy, so it's just... You can essentially read this chib as having like 136 to 200 versus these bears. It's just wild.
You know that piercing versus heavy nerf, the biggest problem with it was, you know, we have all these old diagrams that show like, oh, this is the breakdown of the armor types and the damage type. No one's going back to change that shit.
Yeah, nah. I mean, to be honest, there isn't a lot of educational content about Warcraft 3 anyway, so...
Because no one wants to look at it.
I feel, yeah, it's not really... On one hand, it's like, you'll see a lot of people ask for it, but then it's not in demand, like, overall. So it's kind of a waste of time.
Or we did the builds and they go, these are 5 years older, they still meta? I'm like, dude, you're 5 MMR. Who gives a fuck about meta? Yes, they still work.
Of course they do. Like,
you weren't going to hit Qubert's timing anyway for Night Elf versus Undead 1 base. Calm down. Just try and do it. Yeah, this is just... I was totally thinking of a different game. My bad, Grinchy. But, yeah, he gets lame. He just gets poked around the sides, and there's not much Grinchy can do.
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of death by 1,000 cuts right now.
The town is under siege.
Pretty brutal.
And Kovax is sitting on, like, 2,700 gold.
Gold mine is just gonna die. Like, there's just no counter here. Priestess as well is just totally pointless. Like, there's no reason to make her. Your best choice would probably be to just make some hippos and try and kill the chims.
No, Elu, this is the second game. There's one more game after this. That's gonna be the best game. If you have not seen AL, it's actually a fun game to just be like, okay, I don't actually know who's winning.
I love that Grinchy just made some trees.
Yeah, he's trying to get there.
They're gonna help.
No, I think he's trying to cut out the trees so that then he can gain vision to attack easier.
I guess, but then there's
With,
so
like,
many
hit
trees.
ward
Like, the
and
chims
shit.
could just reposition.
Yeah, he has nothing better to do.
So many angles.
He can't do anything else. He's got 35 wood, and he's supply stuck.
Yeah, actually, main gold mines are gonna go dry soon. They go dry pretty quick on Hammerfall. They're pretty small gold mines. But yeah, it's just a matter of time. I think,
Okay.
Kovax he's bored of creeping. He's just like, I'm gonna chill at home. He's just gonna make some units. There's archers coming out for some reason. With 3 attack upgrades on the way. Could make Priestess 3rd.
You're not wrong. That the game is kind of over. But 1, Grinchy doesn't know that. 2, even if Grinchy does know that, the one thing you got to realize is people fuck up so stupidly easy that if you know, you might as well stay in until it's like, okay, it's definitely over.
I mean, I know you're a fan of staying in games quite late. You don't
No,
quit
I'm
that
not.
easily.
Oh, I quit way too easy. Apparently.
I thought you were somebody that stayed in a lot.
Are you kidding me? These people all bitch at me about the P10 versus me game that was streamed by Back to Warcraft, and they say I still could have won when I left.
That's funny. I thought you had the reputation for staying, but maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I do, but I think I leave pretty early.
I leave, like, I would always leave ladder games if I had, like, a 10% chance to win. Because it's pointless.
Yeah, I would say I leave games at the perfect time. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I'm leaving games early or late, right? I think I leave right when I am, so I don't know what my reputation is.
Yeah, maybe that was someone else. But in any case, I mean, I'm with you there. Like, I see no reason to stay in games. I just leave. I mean, obviously, competitive series is another matter. But even still, like, I tend to leave, like, as soon as I can feel like there's just no way it's insurmountable. I should just go next, you know? We're going to see the final fight in any case now. Only two chims, so yeah, Kovax deciding to have some fun here making archers for some reason instead of more chims, but that's fine. Alchemist going to die, obviously. Wow, getting stabbed out actually last second. Nice work.
We got a chims.
Chims are actually dying, to be honest, so he'll scroll. Yeah, I mean, it's like a 50 food difference. Grinchy doing what he can. Pitlord is a beast, but yeah. Definitely too much to overcome.
And now Pitlord has to kill everything, all 93 food.
If there was like infinite rejuve, I guess there is a world in which he could just like start slaughtering everything over time, but yeah, the single target. The level 3 entangle is just so crazy how long it lasts. Without any ability to remove it, it literally lasts like forever. It's like 5 seconds or something like this. It's nuts.
We got the G. Alright. Here comes the crazy game.
Alright, cool. So, yeah, my overall feelings is Grinchy kind of a bit of an overly safe game plan, I think. Because if you think about it, let's say he was against a different hero. If you're playing Keeper, you're more likely to be on the receiving end of harass. So let's say Kovacs went for Demon Hunter or Priestess. Those heroes are going to be harassing you. So how are you going to creep that camp? Especially that camp on Hammerfall. It's so tough. If you don't creep the golem first, I feel like you're in such a bad spot. Because you're just going to get harassed as soon as your opponent is done with camp 1. And they're just going to come across to you and prevent you from doing the Kobold camp. Now there is, there are micro ways around it, like you could try to like kill some of the creeps with like some of your army as long as the tree's in front tanking, and then you're trying to put pressure on his hero with your units, but that's very tough to do against like Demon Hunter in particular. I feel like you would have just got completely hard countered if Kovacs went DH.
I do find it,
but because Kovacs,
they both went Keeper. Is that like...
it's quite odd.
Because you go Keeper to counter what? Keeper is the counter to what hero? I know it's like, there's like a nice little circle when it comes to Night Elf.
I mean, I don't know how it is these days exactly, but generally like Keeper counters in inverted commas Potom against DH and DH against Keeper.
Yeah.
Is how I generally say it plays out. But of course...
Oh, I know.
For example, like, I played Priestess against Keeper plenty of times, because I always played Priestess in Elf Mirror, because I was getting bored of Bear Mirrors. And as long as you have Wisps, you can fight toe-to-toe. Like, you just have to remove the Entangle consistently and be aware of it. Like, as soon as it comes out, you need to just dispel immediately. And you can pressure with all-ins really well. But it is harder to crack, whereas Demon Hunter is easier to beat.
Grinchy was also playing for the late game, because I feel like Keeper with Pitlord, you're just waiting for like the Bear Mirror.
Bears, yeah, it's insanely strong in Bear Mirror. for sure. I would say it's nearly impossible to beat, honestly.
Yeah.
Like Thorns level 2 and level 3 is crazy damage. And then yeah, Pit Lord with the
Cleave
Howl
on
of
the other
Terror
side.
and Cleave. They're like the perfect spells to like go with mass bears for sure. And you could pick like a lot of different third heroes if you want them as well, or just level both, because both have an incredible ultimate as well that are game decidingly powerful. So yeah, lots of options. I like it a lot. It's just so vulnerable to like Demon Hunter Naga all-ins, for example. All right, are you ready to go on Autumn Leaves?
Yeah, whenever you are. I am good to go.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
All right, last game, folks. This is the longest game for sure. I think it's over half an hour actually, which is pretty wild. And
give me 1 second. I gotta pause.
Mirror.
I'm sorry. Something's wrong with my
yeah,
stream.
okay.
So I'm at 215.
No worries.
I don't know what you're at. Something
Yeah,
just screwed up, and the problem is if I can't like tab out or it freezes my replay. You know what I mean?
Okay,
my replay gets frozen when now this stream's all weird. So hold on, give me 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, I'm good when you are. So I'm at 215.
All right.
Which, by the way, we should probably look at Kovax before we unpause. But yeah, he's all clusterfucky over there.
Yeah, this is from chasing a wisp, which is definitely not worth it. It's a big waste of time.
I'm good when you want to do the countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Our warriors have engaged.
Right. So this time we've got DH against Priestess. Ancient of War from Kovax is like 1 hit from death. I highly recommend if you play Potem first, that you focus on creeping the camp, because you can't just like if the camp has got 2 piercing creeps that are strong, like a trapper and a berserker, you need to kill the camp, because your Ancient of War will get really low if you get distracted, and then Potem does not have good DPS early on with no items, so she can't really help you kill it quickly. Whereas Demon Hunter, you know, is a DPS machine in the early game especially. So just be mindful of that, getting distracted by Scout Wisps. And yeah, Double Ancient of War hunts, this is super classic. This is the way I always prefer to play in Mirror as well. And Grinchy with the early Hunter's Hall as well. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't recommend getting into Hunt Wars against Potem. I think you're just like at a strict disadvantage, because they're all getting buffed up by like 20% damage.
I don't even know if he ghost hunts.
Yeah.
So like I'm wondering what his purpose was for that.
Yeah. When I skimmed through it, I can't remember if he did go hunt, so I did skim really, really quick just to get an idea. Another thing to note is if you're playing Potem and you're most likely planning on an all-in, just sell your TP, buy Circlet, buy Dust. You want your hero to be as strong as possible, and you have pretty much no reason for the TP. Like, it's just free gold when you're playing the strat, so take advantage of that for sure.
Your building is goddess.
Elu, this is
on the third one. Well,
this is the Nortricar. This is Qubert. I don't know how you got those two mixed up.
that is an interesting one to get mixed up. Yeah.
Our warriors have
We're watching replays.
The ND Baron commentary combination is so professional rather than Korea Baron, which is an unexpected outcome every time. That is really funny. Yeah, no, I'm not Indian, as you can tell. So maybe you can. I don't know.
I do like the entrance way though. I don't know if they'll fuck him later, but I like how Grinchy set up his base.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. The trouble is, this is not advised because the Hunter's player can just block you inside your base if you don't have Dust, which is exactly what would have happened. So, for example, let's say Grinchy TPs into the back or something, then yeah, you can end up blocking them in. Not necessarily because you could uproot the Ancient of War, etc. But then he's not producing units, so you know.
Well, he had the archer hidden right in the spot, but then he moved it back.
Should have kept it hidden. Yeah, he should have kept it hidden, so at least there's a little bit of mind games there. Kovacs would have had to realize, like, oh, why can't I enter the base? You know, sometimes people get confused and forget about some, like, you know, game mechanics that exist. Grinchy going for the reveal again. He loves a reveal on his
And the
opponent.
Pit Lord. I think he's trying to
Yeah,
see what he's doing, but again, Pit Lord, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Pit Lord is like, he does work once he's stronger, but against these all-in attacks, he is so weak. He is not playing. You pretty much need to have like mass archers and Naga or Panda with Fire Breath to counter this, I think.
We got 2 APs up north.
Yep. And also tier 2 tech behind, so that's pretty nice. I like this approach. I also do kind of a hybrid approach as well as the bottom player. You kind of want to put pressure, tech up, get the improved hunts, and then go for a big all-in.
I didn't see this earlier.
Wow.
Grinchy built a tree of life right there, right on the AP, so he knows.
But I will say that this tree of life is a huge blunder and doesn't make any sense. So this is pure luck.
Yeah.
You know, that he decided to go for that and place the tree and then seize the towers. But that's only because Grinchy was going for a tree, which doesn't make any sense because he's going to be under, like, you know, duress in a minute here, like having to defend a push.
Well, I feel like it's always a little confusing with hunts. Not hunts, well, Priestess of the Moon hunt, because there is also that play of going 1x, like, you go expo with it, right, sometimes? And just take, like, map control.
Yeah, I mean, Pop Hunts is amazing. You can literally play anything you want. You can play tier 1 all-ins, tier 2 all-ins, you can play tier 1 expo, T2 expo, you know, whatever. You can even transition to normal units later on, eventually. So it just depends how you play it, and there are so many ways to do it. Early Sentinel is interesting. Kind of, I would say, not needed, but it is a cheap upgrade. But you need to focus on getting 1-1-1 as soon as possible if you're playing mass hunts. Oh no, the AP's getting caught out. Okay, now we focus the hunts. Okay, the hunts.
What time are you at right now?
Are running away. 7:20.
How am I at 7:34?
I don't know. Just wait for me.
I'm pausing at
7:30.
7:40.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
pause at
catch up.
7:40.
I don't know how that's possible because I didn't pause. Maybe you were on 2 times speed for a second?
Nope. That's weird. Either we didn't start at the same time, or
Alright,
maybe
unpause now.
I'm at 7:40. Alright, unpause. Yeah, so right around now, I'm looking at the game, and I'm like...
And this is over.
It's daytime. He's got a lot of hunts. He doesn't have moon juice. His hunt upgrades just kicked in, so now these... the siege is not going to really do much to the hunts. They'll still do stuff to the APs. All of his units are dying, and this is right where me and Cithrin are like...
Well, this game's over.
Yeah, let's start talking about other stuff now.
Yeah, I mean, this game's lost for Grinchy, so... Again, Alchemist second could be amazing here to heal up the hunts. I personally love Dark Ranger as well. For the... You know, or Naga can work fine as well for an all-in. I think, yeah, Alki would be pretty sweet. The trouble is, though, for Kovax, is he's taking so much chip damage over time from this glaive. This one glaive is actually, like, putting in so much work.
He took a lot from Immolation, too, for a second. I mean, it put a lot of damage on Grinchy, but...
Yeah, so
okay.
What are our major issues right now?
Glaive, we didn't know that there was going to be another 30 minutes after this, okay? When we were casting it live.
Yeah, of course. You just started tuning out because you're like, well, this is clearly over.
You got the healing ward, which is nice. Kovax. All that chip damage kind of disappeared.
Yeah, so one of the problems is, first of all, the hunts are still 0-0, which is unacceptable. You should be like 2-1 by now as the bottom player. And you need, like, I would say at least one glaive. Because if you've got one glaive, you can counter an opponent's glaive. And you can start putting pressure from a distance on the Moonwells. And the glaive cannot be touched unless your opponent, like, you know, commits Demon Hunter to run in and then maybe staffed out by the other hero.
So if Kovacs kept committing right here, do you think he wins? And the reason I'm saying that is because if you look at his base, he's not committing to everything you just said. He's going for wars.
Yeah, which is definitely bad. Like, you need to be fully committed here with these hunts. Again, it's just these sorts of strats. Especially when you can see that you're getting
god, he's blocking himself.
Such a lead. Yeah, no, this AP is literally screwing him over right now completely as well. 2 more hunts are gonna die, maybe? Okay, just 1. But yeah. The fact that Kovax is somehow on the back foot here is...
I think he
it's
just
almost inexplicable, I would say.
He dived in and took damage on everything.
And sometimes you do have to dive in, right? Like, sometimes you have to have the killer instinct of like, right, I'm gonna go into the opponent's space with all these units, just try and kill him. And sometimes it does backfire. In this case, I think it would have backfired because his army was too low. And the Demon Hunter was not, you know, not dead for a start. But yeah, the lack of a second hero, the lack of upgrades, and the lack of a glaive thrower is totally killing Kovacs here. Going for these lures in tier 3, I mean, I know he just started the tier 3 recently, but the lures were completely pointless, and lack of upgrades, yeah. And again, Grinchy's being allowed to survive. Like, he is going to scale as this game goes on. He's already tier 3, got Master Bears, so they're going to have more rejuves to help defend. And I think the Demon Hunter and Pit Lord alone, like, take care of this army, because it's just too damaged.
He does have...
You need the second hero, like, always, if you tech to tier 2.
He
like,
even popped the heal scroll.
Yeah.
Kovacs has used 2 heal scrolls this game.
Yep.
Which was okay, but, like, he's also... I think it's been Grinchy who's been popping nighttime, so, like, he should probably abuse the fact that he has full Moonwell.
Yeah, you need to get in the habit of, like, cycling Huntresses out. Also, creeping with Hunts is not easy. Like, yes, you can clear camps, but you have to try and tank all the damage on the bottom. Because your army just gets even more damage. Like, this army is getting so battered. I would also say that creeping is generally not advised. Like, if your opponent has a really small army and they move out, you need to creep jack.
Elu
He
asked...
also had Sentinel, so...
At this point, and I think he was asking this a few minutes ago, at this point, is it justified? Yeah, for Kovacs.
I think it was a acceptable play to throw down a tree, but the thing is that there was no expansion spot cleared. And something that I do when I was playing Priestess is there's a point in the game where after you try and harass, you need to clear camps and get level 3 before the push against your opponent. So first of all, you are level 3, you've got level 2 aura for your army. But clearing an expansion spot is also really good, so you can get the expo down. The fact that it's not cleared, like, you couldn't really go for the expo. Like, it would just be sitting idle, unable to creep the camp. Or you'd have to go back sooner and let Grinchy, like, kind of consolidate. So now I think Kovacs is kind of no man's land here. Like, he's tier 3 with lowers, but he's got a single hero. His army is, like, kind of is getting weaker by the second, and Grinchy's just getting stronger.
Yeah.
Again, it's about winning the all-in when he had the chance, and he didn't. And that majorly that was due to the lack of a second hero, which could have easily been either Dark Ranger for Drain Life or Alchemist for Healing Spray.
So now, in this point of the game, I was looking at the game going, okay, Kovacs is at 58 food, because he just got a second hero, he was really at 53. And Grinchy has been doing... He can kind of do whatever he wants. Right? He's got to be careful. But his heroes are starting to get good. The amount of bears he has is getting scary.
Yep.
And then this happened. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier. Like this, like being on the prowl as the priestess player is one of the strongest things you can do because your army is just so mobile. In fact, you can like send scout hunts out into the map, keep them invis, and then, or keep a few of them invis where you think your opponent might creep, and then just creep jack them. Could be absolutely devastating as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice creep jack.
But now the Pit Lord, he's getting some levels from this.
Yeah, he's actually going to get the solo XP, so I guess on one hand that's kind of nice that the Demon Hunter is out of the picture. Obviously it's not good at dive, but you know, definitely nice that the Pit Lord is going to get some levels.
By the way, one thing I noticed now that I didn't notice during the game, Grinchy lost his Hunter Soul, so he only has 1 lore.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Hunter Soul died earlier, so kind of rough.
You had to remake it.
5 for the palm.
Hey.
It's a pretty difficult choice, honestly, between level 3 Aura or level 3 Arrow, because level 3 Arrow is so broken.
Yeah, nowadays. Yeah.
Like with plus 48 damage, it's just absolutely busted single target.
Elu, we're looking at games that were played like a month ago. Okay.
Yeah.
These are just replays from a best of 5. This is just one of the games, so I don't know what the technical score is.
I think at this stage it's something like 1-1 or 2-1, I think.
Yeah, we might have even looked at these. Like, Tide Hunters was the first game. I know that. I think Hammerfall might have been the
Springtime
second
was game
game.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I already know how this game ends, but it's been long enough that I'm still surprised by things.
I didn't go all the way to the end actually, so I didn't see what the conclusion was.
I'll tell you what
Alright.
Sitherd said at one time. I remember that, but yeah.
Keeper as a second hero here is pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
I wonder if
Honestly,
he's
I
just
would
going
probably
for
have stuck with
pickoffs.
single hero.
I wonder if he was just going for pickups, like he wants to entangle and like take bear out at a time or something.
Research.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Grinchy should have had a Dryad or 2 out by now. He's going for upgrades, which doesn't make sense. He doesn't have even close to 50 food. Okay, here we go.
Gets all out.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to actually end too well. He has to TP as well
Hold on.
himself.
How do you keep doing this? I'm at 1632.
Okay.
What are you at?
35, 36.
I'm at 41. Somehow your time moves slower than mine.
It does, apparently. I'm at 47 now. I just skipped ahead slightly.
Engage the enemy.
Okay, I'm at
50,
50.
51.
Yep, we're at the same time again. That's funny. I don't know why. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, me neither. I swear. Alright, so Kovax is still in such a weird position, right? He's broken up keep. He has a really bad second hero.
Yeah, he's been broken up keep forever.
Grinchy with no TP though. I guess like I do see the keeper, like if he keeps playing this kind of like cat and mouse, like I'm just gonna chase you around the map, try to creep jack you all the time.
Yeah.
That does make some sense. But it'd be so good if he was either making an expansion or staying on 50 supply.
Well, he
Having
went.
this really big army is not great.
Yeah, he went for the bears. He never lost the hunts. So like, I guess maybe he's also thinking like Thornzora. So like, it'll be a bear mirror. He has thorns.
I guess. Yeah. I personally would love Druids of the Talon. They're like the best counter to DH before.
Ooh, God.
They've been so good.
Look at that. That DH almost just died.
Yeah.
Just due to entangle. And focus.
Yeah, really solid DPS. Demon Hunter, no staff. Okay.
Listen,
Rough one.
he's leveling up the Pit Lord.
This was the plan all along. But yeah, honestly, I would have gone for Druids of the Talon as Kovacs. They would have been absolutely insane.
Line him up.
And you see the Pit Lord man, the damage is just crazy. You pretty much need Cyclone against him, I feel. Like if he ever gets level 5, he is just an absolute killing machine. He's worth like 5 heroes worth of damage. Still really good supply for Kovacs. Like he didn't really lose a lot, but recovery is so difficult. Like his army's so big.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a ton of bears, so he can't really heal everything up. Demon Hunter dead again though. Like Grinchy's, he's been kind of in these games pretty much on the back foot most of the time. It feels like he can't do a lot at a certain point.
The sleeper has awakened.
Which makes sense because, you know, I think these all-in strats, if Kovacs had executed them a wee bit better, they would have just been safe, guaranteed wins for Kovacs because I don't think like Grinchy was prepared really to play against these pot all-ins very well. And it's so easy as the Priestess player as well to execute these strategies. Like being the defender is so much harder than being the attacker.
So it's the mass wyvern strat of Night Elf versus Night Elf.
Oh boy, don't. This is one of the main reasons I can't tolerate playing ladder games. Is Wind Riders.
It's nothing better than having two undeads talk about Night Elf versus Night Elf.
Research.
Yeah, or any matchup to be honest, pretty much. Alright. 2 heal scrolls, looks pretty nice.
Yep.
Pit Lord is just so strong.
We got the
Demon Hunter's
Thorns
back as well.
so I think that was Kovacs' plan.
Yep. It would have been really heads up actually if Kovacs went to snipe the altar because it was so damaged instead of like chasing around and stuff.
Yeah.
Just snipe the altar. Just go for base attack, but his army is so slow. What are we doing in the meantime? Just making more bears.
Well, there's
We're
only
just chilling at 50 supply, making
400
upgrades.
gold left in the mines.
Yep, we're going dry again. Oh, the creep camp is still up. Of course. What do we got? None of the items would matter anyway for Kovacs. Some upgrades coming through now for Kovacs as well. Grinchy going for 2-2. One general piece of advice I'll say for Knight of Mirror is you need to be way more willing or thinking ahead enough that you're going to go for lanes. Like, if you're going to play Huntresses a lot, they are so strong at base attack. And same for bears as well.
Yeah.
Like, once you get to like 50 supply bears, in good level, like high level elf mirrors, it's usually about like dropping bears on your opponent's gold mine. And both players usually have the same idea, and sometimes one person will just sit and be a defender with the Zeppelin above their army, and the other guy is just circling around with the Zeppelin, and then they can't really drop because the other guy is aware. But the lower MMR you go, the more you have the mindset of like, I'm gonna play base attack, like I get to 50 food, I go for a Zeppelin drop. That will work so often at a low to mid MMR.
Alright, so now both of them mined out and both are going for the same expo spot. Well, no, actually, Grinchy put down a second expo, and then he's moving now to the side.
Again, base attack is what should be on Kovacs' mind. Like, once the tree moves, like once Grinchy's tree moves away, and there's no main tree at home, that main base could just all be destroyed in a matter of seconds.
There's really not much we can say to Grinchy. I mean, you said like the upgrades and stuff, but it feels like he's just been in survival mode this whole game.
He has, yeah.
And I wasn't even feeling, right now, I'm not even feeling that bad for Grinchy. Like, just because of the Pit Lord and DH, but this hurts right here.
Yeah, losing the main tree. Also, another piece of advice, like, unless you know where your opponent is, do not send out your tree like that, just blindly, especially with no Nature's Blessing because he's so slow. Like, Nature's Blessing literally doubles the movement speed of Uprooted Ancients.
Our warriors have
So,
engaged the enemy.
going from 40 to 80 is a tremendous difference, right? Getting 100% more movement speed is a crazy boost. Saying that, though, Kovacs is going to focus the Pit Lord here.
Sharky says, "Can Grinchy build?
Great idea.
Can Grinchy build bears right now, or can't build bears right now, right? Oh my God, look at him.
Yeah, you need Tree of Ages.
All right, DH dies again, but like right now,
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck me.
But look at the supply. Like Kovacs was like 65 food or something, and Grinchy was 50. Oh my God, level 5 Pit Lord.
Yeah.
He's just getting outscaled, and the trouble is this is a lack of awareness on Kovacs' part about like gold management with being in low upkeep really early. Like he's been in low upkeep for most of the half the game now. And Grinchy's just been 50 food prioritizing upgrades. His two heroes completely outscale his opponent's heroes. You need to go for a base attack way more if you're going to play Priestess hunts. Like, even as the game goes later on, it should be a big consideration of like, okay, can I go in and snipe some buildings? Can I try to set up expansions sooner? Like, you need to think, you need to be very like macro-minded. Unless you play brain dead all-ins all the time, which is totally fine, but then you have to be fully committed to those and also know how to make them work, like how to execute them properly. Which, you know, Kovacs in both the games he played kind of the all-in attacks, he was just missing a few ingredients to make those work. And I'm pretty confident that if he didn't know what to do, there would be no way for Grinchy to survive these all-ins.
So
But credit to Grinchy, he does the right thing, like afterwards, I feel. But his preparation is never in place for defending these all-in attacks.
like right now, Grinchy is defending because he doesn't know, right? He doesn't know what's out there. But if he had been on the offensive right now, I think he wins. I know he's scared of the entangle on the Pit Lord for sure.
There is a Dryad though, I guess. That can also bring Wisps.
Or just rejuve. Like him rejuve.
Yeah, just rejuve. Like the Pit Lord dying here is pretty unlikely. So, especially in the face of so many bears, like Grinchy is so much stronger right now.
He doesn't know that though, I don't know.
I mean,
Like,
you
maybe
can see
now
the army
looking at
sizes.
it, but I meant before that, right? Like, he didn't know
Yeah,
if
sure.
he had already had his X-Ball up and running, he just lost his main, I think he was scared. But if he had just hit, I think he wins. Right?
Yeah, I mean, if he just went back and attacked, I would say that the Grinchy
Yeah,
just wins.
give it
on
like
the spot,
2
straight up.
minutes, and you're gonna go, oh no.
Alright, Demon Hunter's coming back in a minute's time. Takes forever to revive, of course. Tree of Ages being upgraded for Grinchy so he can remake bears. Kovax, obviously, he's chilling on tier 3. Move the tree over. I like the positioning from Grinchy.
Go to
Yeah, not much
Kovax's
else he can
main
do. Yeah.
Our
in the
warriors
back
have engaged
by the
the
lore,
enemy.
and you'll see a Chimroost going
Yeah.
up. And
Yeah,
this
just
is
like
where
the other game we
Cithrin
watched.
is saying, if Grinchy goes right now at his expo, or Kovax's expo,
Yeah.
he wins. But if he doesn't go
Yeah.
soon,
He
he
loses.
is gonna get fucked.
But saying that, you know, it's just one roost, right? Even if there was 2, you know, it would take a long time to make the roost, make the chims. Like, the Demon Hunter would come back, and you can just push. As soon as this Demon Hunter comes back, he just needs to push. You can, if you were scared in this position for some reason as Grinchy, you could just buy TP, and go, you know, and just attack. It's kind of clear that Kovax is up to something. He's kind of like poking a lot. He's want to make sure that Grinchy isn't coming straight to his base, destroying it. So he's
know
kind
bears.
of committing a bit.
Great out.
Oh no. But yeah, just keep pressing forwards. Like, just attack.
Yeah, he can't fight
You
this.
know if you're
5
overcommitting,
bears,
right?
5 bears and a Pit Lord?
I mean, the Pit Lord himself pretty much does the job, so...
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Level 3 cleave is just unbelievably strong. It's gonna be a double kill there. Oh, the Demon Hunter actually didn't block there and the Pit Lord got the hit. That Druid with the claw would have died at the back. Mana burn? No mana burn.
Building is complete.
He's got none. You want
doesn't
evasion,
have mana burn, I guess.
immolation.
Yeah.
I
I
guess
don't have like a overlay or anything, so I can't
was
see.
the evasion probably, I don't know if the evasion was on purpose instead of mana burn, or if it was just like I need to survive during the whole early game.
No, I think it's fine. Like, you kind of do need to go evasion against hunts, to be honest. It's a fine choice.
Alright, so now the Chim begins producing. There's another Chimroost going down. And Grinchy's finally like, yes, I can make more bears.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why Grinchy's breaking supply. And he should be using the Dryads to scout. Like, Dryads are such good scouts. Just go around and check your opponent's base. What does he have? This Tree of Eternity is completely unprotected. Like, just go destroy it. Force your opponent to come back and defend. Like, where is Grinchy going right now? Like, what are you thinking in this moment? You know your opponent is mining.
He's also got the Wisp over here, so...
Where
down
is he
south.
going? Why is he trying to go creep jack? Just go destroy... Kovacs doesn't even have a TP. Now, obviously, you don't know that, right? But let's say he did. So what? He TPs in, and then your Pit Lord just goes to town and starts killing everything? Like... We've spent probably about a minute just walking as Grinchy. Like, Kovacs had the time to walk, get a red spot, not pick up the item, which is Legion Doomhorn. Now we're committing, finally, to the tree. Kovacs has got enough resources to make 2 chims total, which, honestly, I think Grinchy can deal with. Well, 3 chims, actually. But Grinchy can deal with that, actually. Between the DH and the Dryads, I think it might be enough. But it'll be close.
Your building is complete.
Okay, what does Grinchy do? He's still making upgrades, so he actually cancelled the second armor ages ago when that was being produced, and now he's redoing it. But actually, he should just not make more upgrades. We just need Dryads.
Yeah,
as
he
many
started to
Dryads
pump
as
'em.
humanly possible. We're gonna need a lot.
We got 1 Chim, but another one's about to pop out, and then 30 seconds to the next one.
Okay, but 1 chim, I mean... We just need to focus fire. Grinchy just needs to go in. It's like, screw it. Let's go. Let's
Look
fight.
at that
let's fight, let's
one
fight.
shim though.
I know. It does so much damage. Like with the true shot aura as well, it's level 3 plus 51 with the true shot and the roar. It's absolutely mental right now. Oh my god, the second shim coming as well.
Yeah, now they're all
Oh
clumped
boy.
up. Yeah. And the Pillar's not doing damage. And now he's attacking
It's
air
also
because he's got
attacking
to.
the air.
Feels
So
like
this
he's
is a
gotta-
micro thing, right? Gotta get the drives on the chin. Gotta get the DH on the chin and let the Pit Lord A move. Just let the Pit Lord attack all the ground. But instead the Pit Lord, oh man, he didn't dispel the entangle either, so he could have stabbed the DH. Just micro mistakes from Grinchy.
I mean, even here though, it's like, wait.
That's level
Okay,
6
there's
bomb.
bears, but there's pit lords. Okay, now the other chimp.
Oh man, that's such a shame actually for Grinchy. He definitely loses
It was
now.
so close. It was just like all about survival the whole game for Grinchy, and then this.
It was just micro that last fight. It's just prioritizing, like what should focus what, you know? And he just didn't do that, unfortunately. Simple as that.
Alright, thanks for the heads
Pit
up
Lord did
about
not
the
attack
voice.
any
But
of-
game's
Pit Lord
over.
did attack the ground. Big rip.
See, I have. Yeah, it's pretty much over. You can tell.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there you go.
Unfortunately.
That was probably the
Damn.
craziest game out of all of them, though.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
a fun
cool
game.
to see. Cool to see Grinchy try and fight back, but yeah, he fundamentally needs to go back to the drawing board with how to react
Yeah.
against like all-ins, and Kovax needs to learn how to execute an all-in, because both of those games should have been over at like the 8-minute mark. The Tidehunters and Autumn Leaves game.
I feel like Grinchy. I do think Grinchy analyzes everything, looks over everything, and
He
like
does definitely.
also like takes everything into consideration, and you know like watches pro replays. I almost feel like Kovacs being a little bit off on his all-ins confused Grinchy more than anything else too, because he didn't know what the hell was going to happen next because he wasn't where he thought he'd be too at times. Because
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
Grinchy's
you get
more
mind gamed.
Grinchy's more watching pro replays. I feel like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, possibly he got a little bit mind gamed. Which has happened to me too in my own game. Sometimes I'm wondering, like, okay, my opponent's doing something weird. I don't really understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you end up making a series of like suboptimal choices, and you lose the game.
We watched some brutal games for Grinchy, but he did end up winning the series. So it went to Game 5. It was 3-2. Grinchy in the end pulled out his own cheese after he's been cheesed a few times, and he won with a hunt. I want to say it was AP all in with Priestess. So
He gave in. He gave in to the cheese. and
no,
succumbed.
that's like the way I see it. Like, I mean, the best equivalent I can give is like StarCraft 2. Artosis always said like the best thing a cheeser could do is play standard. You know what I mean? Because like it throws everyone off,
Yeah.
but it's also the exact opposite. But you got to consider, like, yeah, it's a small little tournament. There's only a few dollars on the line. Who really cares? But at the same time, it's 2-2, and you're just like, fuck it. I'm going to do the thing no one ever sees me do, and I don't know probably as well as what I normally do. And I'm either going to win or lose, and it's going to look either awesome or really fucking stupid. And that's like, that's cool. Like, that's Game 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like it